What's up guys, welcome back to Classic Octane. I am Taylor. It has been a little while since I've made a video. We just hit 60,000 subscribers this morning, so that gave me the little boost I needed to get out here and put a video together for you. So I wanted to throw together this kind of overview video of the last 2 years, because believe it or not, I am less than a month away from my 2-year anniversary of leaving my job and doing Classic Octane full time. So I kind of want to talk through the business so far, give you the ins and outs of what I've been up to, what I've been doing, and then shine a light on where Classic Octane is going the rest of this year, what my main focuses are going to be, things that are changing. It's all really good things and things that you guys are going to definitely like. I'll probably start off the video though, giving you a quick overview of this bike. This is the last customer build that I'm doing for a good while. I'll explain all that here in just a minute. So a quick overview of this bike. This is a late 70s Triumph, I believe it's a 77 T140, so almost identical to my 73 hardtail that I built for the Hand-Built Motorcycle Show a couple of years ago. This bike is going to be similar to that bike with a few main exceptions, different style handlebars. Tank's going to be painted like a candy apple red. This is a rear disc brake model. Exhaust is going to be a little bit different. It'll have similarities to my bike, but be just a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys a couple more videos on this bike, mainly because I'm going to be doing a MotoGadget M unit along with their M lock, the little RFID key that they use, and also their Motoscope Mini, their small gauge. And I haven't done a how-to video or anything on those two products. So I want to show you guys that, and also just want to get back into making videos for you. So this is the product you guys will see on the channel over the next couple of weeks while we finish this up. But let me get into a little bit more details about what you're going to see on this channel after that. So just a heads up, this video is going to be 100% me just talking to the camera. I know you guys have really missed the actual hands-on build videos, and that's what we're going to be getting into. The next video you see is going to be getting our hands dirty and actually working on a bike. I know a lot of you guys have really missed that. But before I talk about what we're going to get into, I want to do a brief summary of Classic Octane over the last 2 years. So in May of 2019 is when I decided to leave my old job and pursue Classic Octane full-time. When I did that, I didn't have a clear vision of what that meant. What was I going to be doing every day to generate enough revenue to live off of and grow the business? And so the rest of 2019, I kind of put a bunch of irons and a bunch of different fires, so to speak, and tried to figure out what actually worked. So everything from mail-in carburetor rebuilds, YouTube content creation, small customer projects, large customer projects, flipping bikes, I mean, all kinds of stuff. And what I identified late 2019 is that the clearest path for success for Classic Octane in the near term was going to be customer projects. It was going to be large scale, whether the customer already had a bike and they brought it to me to build it, or I found the donor bike and built it for them. But it was going to be building the bike that the customer wanted. That's what I spent all of 2020 and truthfully the 2021 so far doing. I was able to build that side of the business to the point where in July of last year, I stopped taking on new customer builds. I actually took the deposit and everything for this bike last summer. And this is almost a year of wait list. So in just like a 6-8 month period, I was able to build out a full year of work, which is incredible. For a small business, for a one-man operation, that's huge. And if I decided that I wanted to go down that traditional path, I'm at the point now where I would need to get a commercial location, probably hire a mechanic or two, have some full-time employees, and I could go down that path of building what I'd like to think would be a nice, successful, traditional motorcycle shop. And that's really, really exciting. But also what I've learned over the last year is if I'm building customer bikes, it takes a lot of the, I guess, not customization, what's the word? A lot of the creative freedom out of it because I'm building the bike that they want. And I really miss that piece of it. So what I've decided to do, I actually decided probably 8 months ago, was I'm going to transition away from customer builds and towards YouTube creation. So this is the turning point that I'm finally getting to because I'm through my backlog of projects. As soon as this bike is done, I will be going to full-time YouTube creation. So what that's going to mean for you guys is a ton more videos, obviously, and also a lot more interesting series. So I know a lot of you guys love to see start to finish of building a bike. So I want to show that and do in-depth build series, or I'll pick a bike. It's going to be a bunch of random different makes and models. It's not just going to be classic Hondas anymore, which I'm sure is going to excite you. So I'll pick a random make and model. We'll buy the bike. We'll go through the design process of sourcing of parts, actually building the bike, nut and bolt, start to finish, and then riding and enjoying the bike when it's done. In the beginning, I will most likely end up selling those bikes after the build's done, just until we can build up enough revenue to where I can keep the bikes. And ideally, I'd love to keep them all and build my own like motorcycle museum out of all of the projects that we've built on the channel, because I know I'll regret selling any of them, but that's just how life works, is the money's got to come from somewhere. So I'll probably sell those bikes in the beginning. Maybe we'll do some kind of raffle or something. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what you guys think would be the best course of action there, but we're going to be doing those in-depth build series. I'm also going to introduce a lot more videos on the channel that are like shop infrastructure builds. So it's getting new tools, setting up tooling and storage solutions, and kind of the ins and outs of making this shop as efficient as possible and making it a place where we can come out here and have like unlimited possibilities of what we can build. So if you guys watch Adam Savage's YouTube channel, it's called Tested. He does these things called one-day builds, and I absolutely love the format. So I want to introduce some stuff like that where I can show you guys through my new huge dual bandsaw over there that we need to convert to single phase, and redoing this giant clausing lathe that I've had for a year that I haven't been able to touch. And so a lot of things that are still shop related but aren't necessarily just working on a bike. I'm also going to be introducing a bunch of new content around like moto vlogs and getting out of the shop, and not only adventuring on bikes, but maybe touring some local shops, maybe doing some collaboration builds. A lot of really, really cool stuff that's going to be coming soon. So I hope you guys are ready for that. So the last thing I'll mention before I sign off for the day is I am working on getting some sponsorships and some collaborations and stuff for the channel to kind of help smooth this transition into full-time YouTube. So I hope you guys are okay with seeing some more sponsored content on the channel. What I mean by that is I am by no means trying to go down this path of selling out and just, you know, hawking any old random product or service on the channel. I want to be very selective about the companies I work with. I have a few that I'm already in conversations with that are very much on brand products or tools that I already use, and I will put my name behind. I have turned down some. You know, I got reached out to by the I don't know, some wizard game on your phone. That's something that I never would personally play, and also is so far apart from the content that I create that it's just not a good channel fit. So I'm going to do my best to keep the sponsorships very natural, very informative for you guys, very on brand, so to speak. So I hope you guys are cool with that. I'm not going to sell out, like I promised. I'm not going to go crazy with the sponsored content, but I hope you guys understand that that is going to help me transition over from the revenue of customer bikes to full-time YouTube content creation, which just means more stuff for you guys to watch. So that's it. I've talked your ear off long enough. Don't worry, like I mentioned earlier, we are going to get our hands dirty in the next video. That will be coming very soon. I appreciate everybody who's reached out over the last couple of months to kind of check in, make sure I was doing okay. I know I had a few people that were worried that I was quitting YouTube, but I'm happy to announce that it's the exact opposite. We are doubling down, and you can expect a lot of content from me going forward. Please do leave a comment below on what you'd like to see, some bikes you'd want to see me build, styles that you'd like, you know, stuff I've done in the past that you've enjoyed. I'd love to kind of gather all of that feedback and, you know, have it steer the ship going forward. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon.